Hello everyone, this is Mr. E29, and I don't usually talk about anime, but this is an anime adaptation of a manga that I recommended, and I've been hearing a bit of a controversy surrounding the first episode. So today we're going to be talking about Goblin Slayer, specifically the first episode of the anime adaptation. Now, the first episode sets up the world of Goblin Slayer, specifically how unforgiving it is. Now, I can understand why they made this as graphic as they did. You see, it's a fantasy world, and even though they say that monsters do these type of things, because we know that these are fictional creatures, and this is a fantasy world, I don't think that people would have taken the threat that these things posed as seriously. But with them going into extremely graphic detail with it, it definitely gives you a clearer picture, and it does make you, it definitely made me enjoy the moment when my boy Goblin Slayer showed up on the scene and started massacring these fools. Uh, yeah, having the goblins being depicted as that horrifically brutal makes it all the more satisfying when you see them be destroyed by Goblin Slayer. That's the whole point. That is, they set up to show that, yes, in normal fantasies, these things are nothing, but in actuality, this is the stark, naked truth of what's actually going on. And, most people just ignore goblins because there's really no glory in killing them. Most people want to be famous heroes and slay dragons and demon lords and whatnot. But no, goblins are an actual threat to everyday people in this world, and somebody's got to take care of them. And my boy Goblin Slayer is just the man for the job. As an actual review, I did enjoy this episode very much. It had a lot of style. As you can see in the screenshot I took, it has like the sort of red aura coming off of his eye, leaving a trail. That was really cool. There was a bit of CGI that I didn't quite like, but that was a small amount and really kind of negligible. It's not really much that I'm going to be really harping on it unless it gets really bad and super obvious that it's CG. But I loved the crap out of this episode. It's a great adaptation of the manga so far. And I know a lot of people complaining about the rape scene in the anime. Like I said, that is specifically to set up that goblins are horrifying, brutal creatures and not just the insignificant small fry that people think they are in normal fantasy settings. But, yeah, I can understand being made uncomfortable by it, but I'm seeing a lot of people on Twitter, bitching and moaning about how horrible the anime is for showing that. You don't really get to see anything. It's mainly just implied. I mean, you do see the goblins, rip into it, but it's not like they're actually, full on showing you these creatures raping these women. It's not like it's this long, protracted scene. It's really not. And, I just gotta say, grow up. It's an anime. No women were hurt in the making of this fictional animated episode with mythological creatures. Grow up. Get the fuck over it. Seriously. It's really not that bad. Now, of course, if you were actually a victim, I can understand you being upset, not wanting to watch it. But a lot of these people are just being upset about, the depiction of it. I gotta say, I am sick of freaking SJWs trying to bitch and moan about every slightest thing. You know, Goblin Slayer is a brutal anime. It really is. It does not shy away from brutality. You know, if you don't like it, maybe it's not your thing. But there's nothing wrong with it, with the show itself, for depicting something that you don't necessarily like. You know, this is the world of Goblin Slayer, and they shouldn't change it to suit anybody's sensitivities. You know, if they did that, it would just be a bastardization of what it is, and it wouldn't be Goblin Slayer anymore. And I like Goblin Slayer the way it is. So, yeah, this has been Mr. E2099. Like, comment, and subscribe. I have a number of other videos planned that I'm working on, but, real life tends to get in the way. So I will be getting to those the moment that I can. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all later.